Deion in Colorado and players going there. Take a listen and give us your feedback.
No. So I'm going to play for Deion for what? We're not winning. I can go somewhere else, get the same education and not better, and I can get drafted without his help. You know what I'm saying? So you not really like it's really no upside to go play for you.
You ain't doing nothing for me.
You ain't doing nothing for me.
Right.
The only nigga that's really getting paid we know is Travis and your sons.
Correct.
So why am I going to play for you? Because and your other son that's working your social media, he keep the camera on Travis and his brothers. I ain't seen nobody else on camera.
None.
So why am I going to play? That's why I say, if you can't sit back and look and see, like, that's not a smart move, then what the groupies, bro? Like, groupies, do motherfuckers think for themselves anymore? Do motherfuckers think for themselves? That's not a good business move. It's fake. So I want to see, we'll be paying attention to see who the fuck get drafted from Colorado this year. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's jaw jacket only because like the argument that he's making, like you can make that for.
So is he hating or telling the truth though?
He's telling his truth, what he believes. I don't think he's hating. I wouldn't call him a hater. He's telling what he believes.
Truth. I think it's the truth, right?
No, it's not. It's not the truth because you could say that about 1,000 fucking schools of like I can get the same education at fucking Toledo that I got at Ball State. I can win the same. Like, so if you're going to compare every single fucking thing, I just don't understand the argument. Like,
who else do you see being filmed at Colorado? Who else have you seen on that team that's on Instagram and social media? What players can you name that have been filmed? And tell me that it's not true.
The whole team have been filmed. The receivers have been filmed. The stars are going to be filmed mostly.
You can't tell me not one name though.
I don't know none of these motherfuckers' names.
Because I don't see them.
I'm saying I'm not the guy. I can't tell you a lot of motherfuckers' names. I'm not good with names.
We don't ever see them.
Well, at the end of the day,
we see two guys on camera and we see one guy filming them. Like, let's be real.
I don't even know what this argument even is about. So we're talking about.
Well, I'm just saying. You said it's real talk. You say it's jaw jacket. I think it's real talk. This is what we've been saying for a long time. I'm trying to figure out what benefit you do get, which is the basis of this discussion.
Yes, playing underneath a Hall of Fame player, one of the best players who've ever done it. What the fuck are we talking about? It makes no sense. What does that give you beneficially? What does that give you? I'm one of the best players who ever played it.
What is that? How's that benefit your career?
He played at the highest level. I'm playing underneath you. I'm telling you, I'm getting the experience from somebody who's fucking done it. You always come on this show and say, I don't want to listen to it. We got coaches who ain't never played before. I don't even got respect for them. They don't even know the fucking game. I don't respect journalists who ain't there, who ain't been in the fucking locker room, who don't even know what we do. Deion Sanders has done this shit at the highest fucking level.
Player versus coach, though, different.
It's the same conversation though. You can't have it for a coach and have a player. I want to play for somebody who's been at the highest level. What are you talking about? Like, simple and plain. If we're gonna go in the whole nitpicking thing, why would I go to Bama for this guy? Why I go to Auburn to do for this guy? Why I go to Ball State for this guy? You can say it for anybody. So the argument is pointless because the argument you have for Colorado, I can make that same argument from any other team in football. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. We're just picking and choose. We're picking and choose certain people to talk about and topics and schools to talk about because it's popular. He's on the podcast. He knows he talks shit about Colorado and Deion. He gets more clicks, likes, and views. That's why the conversation is getting brought up. He could make those same exact comments about Tulsa, fucking Nebraska, fucking. There's so many. Nebraska ain't winning. Nebraska ain't doing it. Nebraska ain't like the same argument is you can make it for anybody. It's not exclusive to Colorado. That's my point. So why are you bringing up Colorado in this conversation? Because you want the views, the clicks, the attention, the virality, and you want shows like us to bring your segment into our show. That's all I'm saying.
Horace said, "Tell the truth, Smitty. The white boy don't like Deion." I'm the only one on this chat that talks to Deion. None of you do. So, see, again, you're ignorant. You should shut the fuck up. No, I tell the truth, and I bring up discussions about getting the truth out, like Smitty just spit out and said his truth. I'm telling you my truth. He hasn't done anything as a coach to those two guys' topic to where I can get a new guy in and get out.
He's been there for 1 year, JB. And he's been in
All
Colorado
they
for
said
1
was,
year.
what is it benefiting a new kid in NIL business or a recruit to go there? Why are they going there? Their point was they're chasing clout, like you just simply said. This is a clout chaser podcast that they just did because of who Deion is.
Yeah.
And those guys rebutted that by saying the kids that are going there are chasing clout too, because of who they are, filming everything, the two Travis and his son.
And the ratings don't lie.
Ties back. We need to see his draft status this year. We need to see who gets drafted out of Colorado this year before anyone can make any hasty judgment, in my opinion. So that has nothing to do with me hating the guy or not. All it is bringing up a topic. So I'm trying to figure out, though, he's lost 2 championship games that he's been in the HBCU level. He didn't win many games last year, and yet we put him on a pedestal as if he's fucking Nick Saban already.
Deion improved everywhere he's been.
Keep it 100, dog.
Has Deion improved every team he's coached since he's been coaching, whether it's HBCU or so far Colorado? Yes or no? I want a yes or no question. Has he, to this point, improved the teams that he has coached for once he's joined? Yes or no, please?
Yes.
Then what are we talking about? Conversation Club. What the fuck are we talking about? Colorado won 1 game before he got there. So anything about it was a fucking improvement. Off the rip. Boom. We all were watching Colorado last year. Let me ask everyone in the chat. When's the last time you watched Colorado play football prior to last year? Let me wait. When fucking Matt McChesney and Joe Clapp was there? Let's keep it a bean.
No, they just won a couple years ago.
We wasn't watching them motherfuckers like that unless you was a
I
real
didn't
deal
watch
big
them.
football fan.
I didn't say watch them. I said winning.
Okay, boom.
So,
HBCU.
Let me school you on some real talk real quick. I've taken over Long Beach Cabrillo. Flowers, that's in the chat, was there. They had struggled and won 3 games in 6 years. It did not make me the greatest coach of all time when my first year went 7-3. I improved a horrible fucking situation in a shitty organization, which is not hard to do if you have any sort of competence at all or a name or a real genuineness to yourself. Number one, I took over a 0-10 Compton College place several years ago. Guess what? Didn't make me coach of the year when I improved their record, okay? So the bottom line is, can he sustain it and actually get over the hump and do something in the long run, which we haven't seen him win a championship at any point yet. And it's not absolutely rocket science or putting you as a next Nick Saban if you go in and just win 1 more game than they won the year before.
He's not.
Let's be clear. We're not anointing him yet. Don't anoint this motherfucker as the greatest.
Also, don't shoot him down either. Like, just wait.
I'm not shooting him down. I'm just telling you, there's a perspective in taking over a shitty organization. You can do a lot of shitty coaches have won more games than the year before, just by the way, when they take over a place. Cool. So I just want to be clear there. I'm not hating on him. I'm just telling you, let's pump our brakes when we're saying, did he win everywhere? Yeah, he's won everywhere. Jackson State's not an absolute fucking juggernaut to go in and replace. Either is Colorado from winning 1 game the year before. So let's give it a year or 2 before we say all this.
I agree. Let's stop talking about it until we got more information.
That ain't true because we talk about he was more thumbnails for our show than anybody.
We take exactly. We take 1 season and we come up with all these fucking. I don't think he really like that. I don't think he's that good for coach. I don't know if he really can recruit like that. I don't know if we don't know. We literally don't know. So let's get more information and we can figure it out. I'm not saying he's Nick Saban, but the motherfucker ain't trash either based upon what we've seen to this point. They go out there next year, they win the same amount of games. They win maybe 1 more game. They lose 1 more game. Let's have a conversation. But if he goes out there next year and they go 7-5, 8-4, I don't know. So we just got to see. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. We have to see. That's what I'm saying.
And let's give him whatever he deserves. So they go out there, they win 4 or 5 games. We're going to give him hell. I'm going to do the same thing. He go out there and he wins 8 games with Colorado and then another year of improvement. Everybody that's been talking shit, give him credit for that too. I don't want to hear no like, yeah, they won 8 games, but ain't no buts. Because everybody's saying he's shitty, he can't coach, he can't believe. It's 2 sides. Either people are put him in the fucking greatest of all time level, which is crazy, or people are saying he can't do shit, he overrated, why go there, why play for him, why do this and that. and they're crazy. It's somewhere in the middle that we need to all be living at when it comes to Deion and Colorado conversations.
I'm just telling you right now, people like you and us in this show, we talk about this dude, and the ones that absolutely say that Deion can't do no wrong, sounds like you defending him to a T, and that's fine. What I'm saying is we put a lot of added pressure on this motherfucker who hasn't won anything of significance and is in the limelight like he is. That is why I try to keep everyone at a level-headed base to say, listen, don't be disappointed when this motherfucker don't win a national title, as everyone's sitting here saying. And when everybody leaves the sidelines and all the rappers and all the famous people stop going to the games, everything went away. And now we're doing it again. We're going to hype him up again. And we're setting them up for failure. But we can't be even kill gray area on this show and discuss the truth of the matters. We end up saying, he's the greatest thing. Why are we hating? It ain't hate. I'm telling you straight out, as a coach, I know for a fact you can't put this pressure on a motherfucker right here like they're doing. And this guy has health issues. He has depth issues up front. He has a lot of things to fix. And now he's going to a new conference, which is taking half the Pac-12 with them. So it's going to be a similarity as when they play each other. But we have a whole new roster in Arizona that's traveling with them. Arizona State, fucking Nebraska, all these other teams that left and going into a new conference. It's going to be a whole new thing. It's almost like a new year again, Smitty, as if he started last year, because now they're in a whole new conference again. So I'm just telling you, this is the thing I just want to be clear. Like, if we're going to put him and anoint him as this great guy, then we need to be able to criticize him as well and make sure we're even keel when this thing either goes right or goes left. I wish nothing but success for the man, because I talked to the man and I know great people at the school that I've been knowing for a long time. I'm not sitting here and they'll tell you they know I don't want them to fail. But I also, being real that I am being, you also have to understand, we're putting this cat on a pedestal that has done nothing. Like, people really are putting him in the pedestal as be the next coach of the Cowboys, be the next coach for this. I'm like, calm down, homie. He hasn't even done nothing yet. So that's all I'm saying. I think it's more of a show, like a sitcom, than it is a college football program. And I think we make it that way. Like, we create that because we only say he can only do right and he can't do wrong. And that's why I'm just like, let's keep it real, man. I want to see him succeed, but let's be honest. Like, this thing's not easy. And he's seeing that. He's seeing that it's not easy. And we could be fans of Deion Sanders, prime time Deion Sanders. I'm a huge fan. I'm the biggest fan of prime as a player there is. But that doesn't mean I have to fucking swing from his nuts as a coach, because I ain't seen nothing yet. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just want to put it in perspective.
I'm with you. I just see people like, in the chat talking about Shador's gonna get a career-ending injury next season. Like,
yeah, those are
the type of people. I'm not you, of course, but those are the type of people that are all over social.
That's just ignorant, dumb click.
There's a lot of those people though that's doing that though, because they are literally hating. So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to balance the conversation out. So I'm with you.
And then there's a side that you can fight back, not to ever wish somebody gets hurt, but you can fight back and argue and say they've also done it to themselves. They've put themselves in the limelight to be criticized at an all-time rate because of the jewelry, the filming, the YouTube, all that shit. So there's two parts. Now, I don't give a fuck. I don't want my worst enemy to get injured. All I'm saying is this is where you get the casual to come out now and say stupid ass shit like this because of the fact that they are in the limelight. They are making money. They just bought their dad. Shout out to the Sanders sons for buying their daddy a house, a mansion. It ain't an LA mansion, but I don't give a fuck. It's a mansion. It's probably a couple mil at least. So that to me is great shit. I mean, I would love to have bought my pops a house. Like, I'm not even going to be, I can't even hate. There's no way in the world you can't be like, damn, the money they're making on whatever they did, the Paris runway, whatever the fuck they did, all the social media, they're making big money. as players. And the issue I have with that though, Smitty, it's like, I think we're leading them to the like promised land before they've actually earned the check. And I hate to see that because I want to see them be successful in the NFL. Like I want to see Shedeur have a great NFL season. I don't know, or a career. I don't know if this current generation that can make so much ungodly amounts of money on social media prior to them ever having a professional career in their particular sport. I don't know if you're ever going to see that greatness again. I don't know if you'll ever see that hunger again from a great athlete like Shedeur, a freak of nature like these guys are, better athletically than we ever were. I don't know if you'll ever see the greatness ever displayed again, though, because I'm just being honest, dog. If you throw that many millions of dollars at me when I was young, I don't know if I'm fucking hungry to go out and work out. Like, I just be honest. Right. So I don't know if you'll ever see that again.
But they've been had money though.
At a house, dog.
They've been so yeah. The money is in their actual account now, but I'm saying they come from money. Everything they like, their dad's a Hall of Famer, so like they've been around money their entire life. Their lives have been great forever. So
and that's even further my point. That's why I don't know if they're going to be the Deion. Deion came from bottoms, nothing.
Well, they ain't gonna be Deion. I mean,
he had to go get it.
They ain't gonna be Deion. Yeah, that's a whole.
No, but I'm just saying the mindset's not even the same.
Like, yeah, for sure. But at the same time, there is another angle too, though, where like we assume if you come from money, your dad or got money, whatever, that you're just not going to be a dog. You can't be good. But I've also met kids who they come from money and they want to make their own name. They so it's almost like that's the motivation. Like even Kobe, his dad, I mean, Jelly Bean Joe Bryant, he was an NBA player. Let's not forget that. And he was solid too. Then he played overseas. Like it's not like he was just broke. Kobe wanted to build up his own name and start his own legacy. He used that own thing as like motivation and stuff like that. So sometimes it works in your favor too. It just depends on how you channel that. You know what I'm saying? Like all his kids know they don't need football. They know that right now. They've been knowing that, but they want to play it. So sometimes that, to me, that shows that at least you got a love for the game because you got money. You don't, LeBron's son, he don't have to do shit. He ain't got to hoop. So to me, he loves the game. Like that's a bigger sign of love. A lot of people from the hood, like I know people who didn't really love football like that, but they were good at it. And they was like, this is how I'm gonna get out. This is how I'm gonna take care of my people. So I'm gonna just do it, make my bread, and I'm gonna head out. So when you actually got money and you still play football, because football is crazy, y'all. I'm gonna be real. If you ain't play football, the shit that we go through and put our bodies through is crazy. You gotta be insane to play football. You gotta truly either love that shit or have a huge why of why you're actually doing it. So if you're rich already and you still playing this game, to me, you love the game because there's no other reason to play this shit. It's crazy. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's really all we can do. But I don't know. These kids just, I don't know. It's tough now to watch them. The hunger just to me is what makes the sport and the product great. I don't know if we see that across the board, not just in Colorado. I'm just talking about everywhere. But we'll see what happens.